Tom Cook lives in Bandera, Texas, right in the heart of hill country. He's got solar panels on his roof and a battery in his garage. And last August, during one of those brutal 105-degree days when the Texas grid was struggling, something wild happened. Tom checked his phone and saw that his battery had just sold power back to the grid at $5 per kilowatt hour. Not 5 cents, $5. In one afternoon, his battery earned him more than his entire month's electric bill. And he's not alone. Thousands of Texas homeowners are figuring out how to turn their solar panels into actual money-making assets. But here's the thing. Most people are picking the wrong buyback plan and leaving hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars on the table every year. I'm going to show you exactly how Texas solar buyback plans work, the two wildly different options you have to choose from, and which one actually makes sense for your situation. First, let's talk about why Texas is different. If you've been researching solar buyback plans in Texas, you've probably noticed something frustrating. Every other state seems simpler than this. Most states have something called net metering, where the utility buys back your excess solar at the same rate you pay for electricity. Simple, fair, one-to-one. Texas doesn't have that. Instead, Texas has a deregulated electricity market. You have to actively choose a solar buyback plan from your retail electric provider. And the options are wildly different. Some plans pay you a fixed rate, say 7 cents per kilowatt hour. Predictable, safe, easy. Other plans pay you whatever the wholesale electricity price is at that exact moment, which could be 2 cents or it could be $5. And if you pick the wrong plan for your situation, you're either leaving serious money on the table or you're taking on risk you didn't sign up for. So let me break down both options, show you the pros and cons of each, and give you a framework to decide which one actually works for you. Let's start with the safe, predictable option. Option number 1, fixed rate buyback plans. This is the simplest, most straightforward option. Your retail electric provider agrees to buy your excess solar power at a guaranteed fixed rate. Let's say 7 cents per kilowatt hour. Here's how it works. Your solar panels generate 40 kilowatt hours today. Your home uses 30 kilowatt hours. You have 10 kilowatt hours left over. Your provider buys that 10 kilowatt hours at 7 cents each. You get a 70-cent credit on your bill every single day, same rate, no surprises, no volatility. Companies offering fixed rate plans include Chariot Energy, 7 cents per kilowatt hour, Green Mountain Energy, around 8 cents per kilowatt hour, several other Texas providers with similar rates. The pros are obvious. You can actually budget. You know exactly what you're getting. No technology required. You don't need a battery or smart software. Set it and forget it. Sign up once and you're done. But here's the catch, and this is important. On August 15th, 2025, when Tom Cook in Bandera was selling power at $5 per kilowatt hour, homeowners on fixed rate plans were still getting their 7 cents. They missed out on 71 times more money during that same window. Now, does that happen every day? No. But when the grid is stressed and Texas summers are getting hotter and demand is hitting record highs, those price spikes are happening more frequently. For a lot of Texas homeowners, this is the right choice, and that's totally fine. But if you want to capture those big price spikes, you need the second option. Which brings us to the high-stakes game. Option number 2, real-time wholesale buyback plans, or RTW. This is where things get interesting and risky and potentially very profitable. With RTW, the price you get paid for your excess solar is tied directly to the ERCOT wholesale electricity market, and that price updates every 15 minutes. Here's what that actually means. On a normal spring day with mild weather, the wholesale price might be 2 cents per kilowatt hour. You're basically giving your power away. On a hot summer afternoon when everyone's AC is cranking and the grid is tight, that price might jump to 50 cents, $1, even $2. And when a major power plant unexpectedly goes offline during peak demand, that price can spike all the way to the ERCOT cap, $5,000 per megawatt hour, which is $5 per kilowatt hour. Let me put that in perspective. If you're selling 10 kilowatt hours during a $5 spike, that's $50 in one 15-minute window. Do that a few times during a brutal heat wave, and you're looking at hundreds of dollars in a single day. But here's the brutal reality. You can't just sit at your computer refreshing a web page waiting for prices to spike. You have a job. You have a life. Without a home battery and smart automation software, RTW is almost always a losing bet. Here's why. Most of your solar production happens during the middle of the day when electricity is cheap. Wholesale prices peak in the early evening, right when the sun is setting and your panels aren't producing anymore. So if you're on RTW without a battery, you're selling power at 2 cents during the day and buying it back at 15 to 20 cents in the evening. You're losing money. But if you have a battery, game changer. Your battery stores the solar energy you make during the cheap midday hours. Then, software like Tesla's algorithm or other smart energy management systems automatically sells that stored power back to the grid during those exact 15-minute windows when prices spike. You're not doing anything. The system is watching the market every 15 minutes, 24/7, and making trades on your behalf. This is where programs like Tesla Electric come in. If you have a Powerwall and you're a Tesla Electric member, their software handles all of this automatically. You get paid the real-time wholesale rate, and the system optimizes when to charge, when to discharge, and when to hold. Other companies are doing similar things. NRG Energy, Reliant, Octopus Energy, they're all building platforms to help homeowners capture these price spikes. For the right homeowner with the right setup, RTW can be incredibly profitable. But for the wrong homeowner, it's a financial trap. Now, there's a third option that's relatively new. Here's where this gets even more interesting. Some Texas homeowners are now stacking multiple income streams from the same solar and battery system. You've got your buyback plan, whether that's fixed rate or real-time wholesale. But now companies are also paying you to join what's called a virtual power plant, or VPP. Here's the simple version. The Texas grid is under massive strain. Demand hit a new record in May 2025, over 78,000 megawatts. And ERCOT projects demand could jump another 50% by 2029. Building new power plants costs billions and takes years. So ERCOT is trying something different. They're paying homeowners to make their batteries available to help stabilize the grid during emergencies. This is where VPP programs come in. Companies like Reliant Energy are offering homeowners $40 per month in guaranteed credits just for enrolling your battery in their VPP program. And here's the important part. Your battery is still reserved for you during actual outages. You're not sacrificing your backup power. You're being paid to make capacity available before an emergency happens. So now you're earning income from your solar buyback plan, either fixed or RTW. Plus a monthly VPP credit, $40 per month from Reliant, for example. Plus, you still have backup power when the grid goes down. Tesla's VPP works similarly. If you have a Powerwall and you're enrolled in Tesla Electric, you get a monthly VPP credit on top of your regular sellback income. Right now, ERCOT's VPP pilot program is capped at 160 megawatts total across the state. That's small compared to the grid's overall size, but it's growing fast. They just doubled the capacity limit and more programs are launching every month. The key insight here, your home battery isn't just a backup power device anymore. It's becoming a financial asset that generates multiple income streams, buyback credits, VPP payments, and grid services revenue. Tom Cook, that homeowner in Bandera we talked about at the beginning, he's in a VPP program with his local co-op. He gets buyback income and VPP credits, and he still has backup power during outages. That's the future of home energy in Texas. But before you get too excited, there's one cost nobody talks about. All right, I need to set realistic expectations here because this trips up everyone when they first get their solar bill. You might think, I'm generating more power than I use. My bill should be zero, right? Wrong, you're going to get a bill. It might be $10, it might be $25, but it's almost never zero. And here's why. TDU charges. TDU stands for Transmission and Distribution Utility. These are the fees you pay for the physical infrastructure, the poles, the wires, the transformers. They're the cost of being connected to the grid at all, and these charges are non-bypassable. No matter how much solar you generate, you can't escape them. Here's an example. Let's say your energy usage for the month is 800 kilowatt hours at 12 cents per kilowatt hour. That's $96 in energy charges. Your solar generates 900 kilowatt hours. You use 800 and you export 100 kilowatt hours back to the grid. Your buyback plan pays you 7 cents per kilowatt hour for that 100 kilowatt hours. That's a $7 credit. but you still pulled 800 kilowatt hours from the grid at times when your panels weren't producing, like at night. CenterPoint charges you 6 cents per kilowatt hour for delivery on that 800 kilowatt hours. That's $48 in TDU charges. So even though your solar credits offset your energy charges, you still owe $48 for delivery. The bottom line, if you're getting a $10 to $20 monthly bill even with solar, that's normal. You're paying for the infrastructure, not the energy itself. This is why you need to factor TDU charges into your financial calculations when deciding between fixed rate and RTW plans. Don't assume your bill will ever actually hit zero. We've helped over 1,000 Texas homeowners set up solar and battery systems. We know which buyback plans actually work, which ones are marketing gimmicks, and how to stack VPP credits on top of your buyback income. Links are in the description below. If this helped you understand Texas solar buyback plans, hit that like button and subscribe. We post new solar content every week for homeowners who want straight answers without the sales pitch. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.